Hello guys, Brandon Carey here, and today we're starting a brand new series. We are going to do Prey from 2017. And this is a game that I am honestly kind of shocked I haven't done yet on this channel. Because it is one of, if not not my favorite game, but one of my favorite games of the past couple of years. It's basically if System Shock was a thing, then if System Shock 3 was a thing, this would be basically it. It is exactly the kind of like the game that is my wheelhouse, where you build a character according to your specifications and use them in a way that that you feel best. It's very much about, similar to Dishonored, which is from the same developer, about playing the game your way. And there's a lot that goes into that. I will say before we get started though that this is not going to be a regular playthrough. This is going to be a New Game Plus. I could give you a reason, like an excuse for that, but the truth is, I got New Game Plus. I got all these powers. I want to use them. Straight up, no other reason. So definitely, they added this last time I played the patch. A lot of the stuff from Moon Crash, which we may cover at a separate point in time. That's gonna be on the list. Like weapon degradation, like traumas, like fractures, stat decreases from that, and leaking suits. Like that's all from Moon Crash, but we're not gonna enable all that because I just want to just do the base game. Also, you are right. This game does kind of suck in the early game. It's once you start developing your powers out or your kit out that you start really getting into it. But we can play as male or female Morgan, and it makes literally zero difference in terms of anything in the game. So played as both. I'm gonna choose a girl this time. Why? I don't know. Why not? Also, you're right, Matthias. This is probably like one of the biggest hidden gems of 2017. This game got criminally overlooked. And this may be
Good morning, Morgan. Today is Monday, March 15th, 2032.
One of the best openings in a video game. Straight up. Once you get the psychoscope, this place in the cabinet of Morgan's office. Cool. Oh, right, I got the pre-order items. I forgot about those.
Hey, Morgan. Wake up. You're burning daylight. Send the helicopter to pick you up. It's just a few tests. Don't forget to wear your suit. See you soon. Oh, listen. Really great you decided to come on board. We're gonna shake things up, Morgan. Like old times.
I'm gonna actually turn down voices just a little bit. They are a little loud on my end, and I don't know about you guys. You don't get a golden shotgun for pre-ordering. You just get the regular shotgun, but you get it like almost at the start of the game. There's a bunch of stuff I could read here. I can't hack the terminal, but I have the password to my own computer. And this is our first day at work on our brother's project. It's a beautiful city. Honestly, I really like you will see in a second that I really do enjoy this opening, and you'll see why. If you haven't played this game already, I think, and I know you guys here have. Let's put our suit on first. Man.
Morning, Miss Yu. Heard there's a chopper on the roof. Must be for you. You'll have to take the elevator. Down the hall. But you know that, I guess. Aren't you going to be late? You're supposed to keep going. You're going to get me in trouble. I can't talk to you anymore.
Uh-oh. What's wrong, janitor lady? What's wrong? Why are you giving me the cold shoulder?
These things can be tricky, you know.
Why are you giving me the cold shoulder? Okay. Okay, I guess we'll go in the elevator then. Let's go on the roof. Yeah, she was getting kind of mean. But, you know, that's hired help. That's hired help, I guess. I love this scene. I love it.
Ms. Yu, please make yourself comfortable and we'll be on our way. TranStar facility is just a short hop.
This is such a well-directed
78
scene.
degrees. Clear skies all the way.
Also, yes, this is a fucking banging song. 100%. This is a great introduction. This is some level designer flexing hard, flexing as hard as they
That's
can.
a nice view on the bay there.
An Arkane Studios production. Whew, this is so good. Bam, 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 bam. And we're not even at the part where the introduction like really gets good. This is just scene setting. Oh, I love this. I love this pray right there. Just the word pray. Oh, that's so good. That's so good. That's such a good shot. That's such a good shot.
Ms. Yu. Mind the glass on the way out. Good luck to you.
Also, I love that it disappears the moment you have to start playing the game for realsies. I almost would rather it just literally have the word pray right here. I also like that the TranStar logo seems to be the same, like, font as all the other letters. That's a cool little touch.
Hello, Dr. Yu. I'm a Sybil 495 science class operator. It won't be long before you're on a shuttle bound for Talos 1. Everyone's eager to see what you're capable of, Dr. Yu. I know I am. Our research often requires intense focus and long hours. I can provide you with a psychoactive stimulant after the test, if necessary. TranStar has over a dozen state-of-the-art facilities across the globe. More, if you count the entire Earth-Moon system.
Come on.
Are calibrated for high-volume data analysis and live reading. Don't worry, nothing will be missed.
Okay, audio.
The elevator will take you directly to the testing area. All our labs meet the minimum. Please excuse me, Dr. Yu.
Oh, that'd be the minimum corrupted glitch noises.
I'm sure your brother is waiting for you.
Okay, that's good. That's good. That's good. I respect that. That's
Morgan Yu. You have a 9 a.m. appointment in the testing facility. Please confirm.
Yes, we'll confirm and go down the elevator, because we are clearly going down an elevator right now. I also
Morgan, finally. Hey, you don't look terrible in a TranStar uniform. How's your eye? Still red? I know the test might seem a little unconventional, but it's a you family tradition. Breaking convention is in our blood. Once you start the test, just do whatever comes natural. Don't overthink it. Dr. Bellamy's going to walk you through the process. You're in good hands. We'll be in orbit next week. I promise.
Mr. Yu, they're ready for your sister in room A.
Right. Listen, just be yourself. I'll see you after.
one of the things I love about this intro is that it's a kind of thing where it gives you a bunch of questions when you're doing it the first time, and it sets the scene and makes you think. I mean, it makes you wonder the right things that'll help jumpstart you through the game. But once you've replayed it, once you're doing this like in a second time, you get so many layers of detail that you couldn't understand the first time you went through this section. It's so very unique
Dr.
and
Yu.
interesting for what it wants to do.
I wish I could show you what I've been working on. You better get in there before Bellamy gets impatient.
It is such a really strong opening.
Good morning, Morgan. I'm Dr. Bellamy. Looks like we have some tests to run through today. Probably not the kind of thing you're used to, I imagine, but trust me, you're going to do fantastic. All good? Great. Let's begin. For this first test, I'd like you to remove the boxes from the red circle as quickly as you can. Just go with your gut. Okay? Wonderful. Press the red button when you're ready.
And so like when you start, like this seems like a tutorial. This is the game telling you how to operate basic functionality. But and it
Wonderful. You're absolutely fine. Let's move on to room B then.
and this just seems like basic, like teaching how to do video game stuff. But when you replay it, with knowing, and this is going to be spoiler-tastic Let's Play, when you know that the people here expect you to have superpowers.
Okay, Morgan, listen carefully. I'd like you to do your best to hide in this room. Take your time, relax, think it over. No, I'm kidding. You only have 9 seconds. Hit the red button when you're ready to start.
All of these interactions with the characters and how like flustered and frustrated they get with you, they make so much more sense.
Is it warm in here? Look.
Is she? She's hiding behind the chair.
Any synaptic register? At all? No? No, that's fine. Sorry, let's keep things moving, Morgan. Head into room C. You're doing marvelous.
Like this whole thing is like teaching you like crouching and jumping and moving objects, which are like fundamental movements, but then when you realize that there are easier ways to do all of these things in the game.
For this test, please press the blue button across the room as quickly as you can in the most natural, intuitive way possible, without thinking. Just go for it. Press the red button when you're ready. I'm sorry, can someone please explain to me what's happening? Simmons?
I installed exactly what Tina brought down.
Did you double check?
Speaker's still on.
I apologize, Morgan. We're having some trouble with the equipment. Not your fault. You're doing fabulous, actually.
So,
One last room. Let's step into
to understand why they're frustrated, when each one of these tests goes to one of the powers you can get in the game, one of the Typhon abilities. Like the 3 boxes as fast as you can, that's supposed to be using telekinesis to move them. The ability to hide in that room, you're supposed to, like, they expect you to mimic the chair in the room and just take its appearance and hide as a chair. And this one is expecting you to use another, like, telekinetic ability to remotely press the button. Although on the surface, like, for us players, that's teach you how to interact with objects, teach you how to hide behind cover, teach you how to jump over obstacles. There is that dual purpose of teaching the player
a cup of coffee? I would appreciate it.
Basic movements.
Okay, Morgan. Have a seat at the table for me, please.
While setting up the stage for the alien powers you get later. And what they're annoyed is not that I'm doing, like, mediocre. They're annoyed that I'm not using superpowers. Because I don't have them yet.
Wonderful job.
They were sabotaged.
Take a look at the screen in front of you. I'm going to show you a series of questions. Pick the answer that makes the most sense to you. Press start on the screen when you're ready.
And this is kind of checking
Good.
in
Looks
lore.
like you've got the hang of it. Keep going.
My mental damage. And I'll explain in a second what I mean by that. Actually, I'll explain it now. In lore, when you remove a neuromod, which is like this game's equivalent of, like, skill points.
Ooh, that's heavy stuff. Good. Next.
Your memory resets to the point before you unlock that mod, or you installed that mod. So this is kind of testing if that process has changed Morgan in some way, because in theory, if they're the same person that they were when they went back, they would have the same answers to these questions. But if there was a mental change, if uninstalling those mods, like, made you a different person, then that would result in you having different answers to this question. It's testing to see if there has been
almost done
neurological changes or some sort of personality alterations as a result of fooling around in your mind. Yes, that's exactly it, Matthias. It is testing to see if
I'd probably do the same thing.
The personality diverges.
Well done.
With
well done.
What it used to be.
We're nearly through it. For this next part, I'm going to display an image. I want you to take a good look at it. In a moment, I'm going to ask you.
Did you see that wisp?
My coffee.
See that wisp? Yeah.
Oh my god! Security! Security!
And this is the game introducing the primary villains. Or not villains, but, like, enemies. This intro does so much in so little.
Alex.
With so little.
Simmons, what's going on?
We have a problem.
What about Morgan?
She's alive, sedated.
Clean it up. I'm on my way.
Good morning, Morgan. Today is Monday, March 15th, 2032.
And this is supposed to be like our brain is reset. Supposedly. But since we didn't have any neuromods installed to uninstall, we're still the same Morgan that had that test yesterday. Nothing's changed. We have our memory of that previous day. . Danger, leave now. I like this. End of message. And it also details like when Alex asked, "How's your eye? Still red?" That's because that's how neuromods are installed, direct by injecting them directly into your eye. So he's saying, "Oh, I know you've installed a mod. Does it still hurt? Does the install process still cause irritation in your eye?"
Hello, Morgan. It's time we spoke. My code name is January. You're not dreaming. What happened yesterday was real. If you want to know what's going on, first, you need to get out of your apartment building. You're not safe.
Alright, and... now we have to escape. Well, it's a wrench, Matthias, because in System Shock 2, it was a wrench. Like, this is a classic, like, weapon from these kinds of games. It's a wrench because it has to be. And this is when we, this is literally looking through the looking glass. Or stepping through the looking glass, because this glass that has the image of the city, this is called looking glass technology. It's not subtle. So we are literally stepping through the looking glass. You know, like that one book.
Good. You're in the simulation lab. Now get to the exit. I'll keep in contact.
Hey, Morgan. Wake up. You're burning daylight. You sent the helicopter to pick you up. It's just a few tests. Don't forget to wear your suit. See you soon. Oh, listen, really great you decided to come on board. We're gonna shake things up, Morgan. Like old times.
And so, like, now you're getting all of these were just, like, prompts that someone on a keyboard was typing up. Because we were never in a cityscape. We were always in this station. This is where we were. We are safe in this room for now. Up until we leave, like all this is pretty much safe for the taking. Also, this background music is really intense. This is really intense in a way that, like, is perfect for the tone they're trying to set. Okay, it's just a melee weapon. And look, this is the elevator we took. This is the platform. It's just a set. And like this is the part where when you're playing the game for the first time, your mind explodes. Where you realize that nothing you saw was real. This is the installation of the neuromods. Okay, put the password right there for me to take. You fool. Do not write down passwords and store them anywhere in your office. Note, I got the sticky note for the password literally on the terminal. Let's go back here. Nothing back here, I guess. I forget where we're actually supposed to go. I guess we have to go through here. Look, this is the same room. I'm gonna take this med kit. Oh. And look, it just turned into a chair.
Typhon cacoplasmus. Everyone calls them mimics. Be careful what you pick up.
And now that we've encountered a mimic, we can counter them for the rest of the game.
Alex. Simmons, what's going on?
We have a problem.
What about Morgan?
She's alive, sedated.
Clean it up. I'm on my way.
That is our first mimic. And it's not going to be our last. Not even in this section. Oh man, if I could replay this game with all my memories of it gone, that would, like, that in Persona 4 would probably be like the ones I would choose. And because your enemies can take the form of random objects in the level, you get paranoid about, at least in this early section of the game, you get paranoid about every single thing you pick up. See? Just like that. I'm not gonna lie, I did jump. Man, I'm out of shape. Oh my god, like, this is a powerful scene, watching the simulation reset itself. Oh, this is a very powerful scene. Yeah, exactly, Matthias. Like, you see the mimic, and then you immediately get the adrenaline rush because you were not expecting to fight an enemy in that section. But now you do have an enemy, and now you have to take care of it quickly. Like, that... And... That's 4 mimics.
No one has been able to stop the mimics from multiplying since they broke containment. I'm going to help you stay alive. Just a little further.
So we now know that we have at least 4 enemies to fight in this next segment. And we know that they can take the form of random objects in the scene. So that is a perfect way to set the stage. Like, we're still talking about the intro of this game, and this intro is fucking phenomenal. It's so good. So this is introducing us to the idea that mimics can be anything. Like, for example, that chair was thrown, which means this chair is probably a mimic. Or I was wrong. See, you start getting paranoid. Means you're probably a mimic. Oh, no, you're not, which means there is probably a chair that has taken your place. It's not that one. We get a quest already. So we have 4 enemies that are potential threats to us. I guarantee one of these chairs is a mimic in disguise, so let's just... Yep, just start beating on them. And if you manage to get a mimic by surprise, you get bonus damage. So there is actually an incentive to ambush them if you can. See, because of the way this game functions, you get paranoid about everything in any room. Now we have the lab key card. Reward being paranoid. You got that right. And we've defeated 1 out of the 4 possible threats, which means we have 3 more to look out for in this room. I should take your organ. See, look, there are 2 chairs there. One of them is probably not a real chair. Nice. 69 HP. And we can hack this computer, but we don't have hacking skills yet. And that's 3 out of 4. So there are 2 ways that you can get through this. You can unlock this door, or what? Oh, that's the phantom over there.
That was a phantom. Typhon Anthrophantasmus. Keep moving.
But the other way, which most people don't even know is possible, is to go up through this air vent here. And I believe the 4th mimic is in this area. Or not. Yeah, either way, you get through this area, and there's an override for the door here. And you see that phantom. We can't get through there because of the scenery. Hi, Arthur. Welcome to the stream. Oh, here's the last mimic. Come at me. Come at me. There we go. No, we killed 3, Kelly. That was the 4th one. And this is where we get the glue gun. And as you can see, there's already, like, indication of the glue gun being used here. Also, yeah, installing this game is like, this game is a game I could play forever and ever. And, like, you can clearly, like, you can platform up these glue things. So if you want... you can create a little steppy step. Uh-oh. I fucked up, which means I gotta break this. And make one a little lower that I can actually walk on. And that can get me... Oh! Let's try again. Let me get my wrench. And this should be easier if I do this. And you can get up here way before you're supposed to.
Morgan, there, in the foyer. Grab the neuromod you see in the display case. Normally it's a fake, but I swapped in a real one for you. The neuromods are critical. You won't survive without using them to install new aptitudes. I've already updated your transcript.
Okay. Time to turn off Telegram, which I thought was off. And this could cause stream trouble, so bear with me. I turn you off for a reason. When I turn you off, I want you to be off.
With the list you requested. Take a look.
Yes, Telegram is just cop app. It's actually a pretty good app too. There is a way you can trick yourself up there with the glue gun. But I'm not skilled enough to do it, so we're gonna move on and come back later.
Robert?
Alice, thank God. No one else is...
Where are you?
Hiding. I'm in the conference room. I can't...
Jesus! You're still in the lab?
I can't get out. There's... Where the hell is security?
I don't know what's happening, but Robert, you have to get out of there. Come to the elevators. Someone said we're evacuating. Robert?
Shh. Hang on. Someone's coming.
But yeah, this, oh, fuck me.
Vital signs critical.
Well, early grave for me. That wasn't the way I wanted to start this LP, but you know, you're gonna die in this game, especially if you're rusty like I am. Oh, thank God, the autosave is very generous. Well, you know what where the mimics are right now. I also like that the mimics have like glitchy effects, where like they don't seem to be fully like in this dimension. Like you get a very otherworldly presence with them. And that's very deliberate. Because they really they aren't like normal enemies. Well, the prey suit doesn't talk, so it's automatically better than the Half-Life suit. And technically you can like do the 1-2 punch with the glue gun. But honestly, I don't find that's worth it most of the time. And yes, I know there's a favorites wheel. Let us break this stand and take the neuromod out. And we are given several neuromods to start with. Probably explain what a neuromod is for people who aren't familiar, which I don't think is anyone on the stream, but when people watch this on YouTube, they're going to want to know this. So the way this game handles upgrading your character is through neuromods. And the way a neuromod works is that it's a way to install knowledge into your brain that wasn't there before. So when I see this repair 1 skill, it isn't me like learning the skill per se. It's more like me downloading the skill onto my mind. Or the knowledge of how to leverage my own physical strength to use it more effectively than I would already have. Like, this leverage skill is a good example because it's not making me stronger. It's making me more able to use the strength that's innate to my physical body. So I'm going to instead install knowledge of hacking with this first neuromod, which again is an injection directly into your eye.
Improvisation has always been your strength. You'd be dead if it wasn't. Now, let's get you to the main lobby.
I notice I need leverage 2 to open these cabinets, where I can only get leverage 1 with that. So one of these is probably a mimic. Knew it. Biohack your own development, a self-help guide by Morgan Yu. Too fucking true. But yeah, that technology, the neuromod technology, is a major part of this story. So having it like showing that story off in a mechanical way is a very smart move on the developer's part. And then again, this is all this intro. This is all this like the one like all this was just the intro, and there's so much that goes on in this first 40 minutes of the game that sets the stage for everything that happens hereafter. From the initial experiment that kind of shows off that your brother's willing to let you do this, to the initial test, to breaking through Looking Glass to see reality for the first time. All of it is vital to this game setting up its world. And when you're playing through this the second time, you can appreciate it so much more.
You made it. Ready for your first real view of the world?
Yes, we have gone through the Looking Glass, and we are now seeing reality for what it is. And here we are on the Talos 1 space station. Human resources blocked up. Very poetic. Very poetic to have human resources jammed shut. And so this is the area where we'll spend a large chunk of the game, is right here in the Talos 1 lobby.
Careful. You need to get to your office. I've updated your map. There's a video you need to see. I know you have a lot of questions.
Robert? Alice! Thank God, no one else is...
No.
Where are you?
Hiding. I'm in the conference room. I can't...
Jesus! You're still in the lab?
I can't get out. There's... What the hell is security?
I don't know what's happening, but Robert, you have to get out of there. Come to the elevators. Someone said we're evacuating. Robert?
Shh. Hang on. Someone's coming.
Attention. Station leadership has issued an alert. All personnel should report to muster stations immediately and await further instructions.
Okay, hi Mimics. Let's fight. Let's fight. Oh, taking guys a med kit, that's fucking cruel.
Vital signs. Critical.
This is because I forgot. I briefly for a moment forgot
I know you have a lot of questions.
how to go to my inventory to eat a bunch of food. So let's skip that area and go around for now. And try to head to the office as quickly as we can.
Attention. Station leadership has issued an alert. All personnel should report to muster stations immediately and await further instructions.
I'm going to take you and move you up here.
Eradicator auto turret version 0.7.6 online.
We're going to use these turrets.
Scanning target. No target material detected.
See, now I could handle all these Typhon, but nah, actually, I don't wanna. So I'm just gonna have the turret blow them all up. I believe there's more mimics as we go up the stairs, too. Okay, a trash can just fell down. Which means... Yep. Context clues are very important in this game. Let's take some apples. Take a nice key card. I always like key cards. They're my favorite things. And always read emails so that you can get the codes. That'll help you break into places. See, look, a nice little turret to help defend my office.
Scanning target, no type of material detected.
Now, as what that turret said is very useful. No type of material detected. We'll get into that in just a moment when I use my perks from New Game Plus. First, though, let us eat a bunch of food. Password OMG hot boss. Now, important to note that Jason Chang thinks you're a hot boss when either you're a guy or a girl, which means he's probably bisexual.
The code to your office is 0451.
Oh no, the radio menu. Like this is the PC version, Kelly. I'm playing on PC. It has the radio menu, same as the console version.
Our resident counselor, Dr. Cole, would like to encourage anyone experiencing symptoms of disturbed sleep, chronic stress, or anxiety to schedule an appointment in the trauma center.
And this is how you know this is how you know it's one of those games, like in the Dishonored edition, the Looking Glass Studios edition, because it's a 451 game. Like it uses the 451 code as the first one that you use. Arthur, to answer your question, there is not a damn thing that changes depending on what gender Morgan is.
This has been your home for the last 3 years. The video should be on your workstation.
The only thing that changes is that sometimes anything that uses he will use she when you're playing as female. But there is no actual change in terms of like what the story goes or who is in love with who. The same two characters that have a crush on Morgan as a dude have a crush on Morgan as a chick. So, like in terms of actual like important details, nothing changes. And we are going to place all of this junk into the recycler and turn all these junk items that have no practical use into material for us to take. I do like they have like this just transfer junk function. So any item that doesn't have any practical use in the game, just immediately, like, you just chub into the recycler and just make material out of it. And this fabricator is what we use to make objects, which we don't have a reason to make another wrench, so we're not going to use this. And this is Morgan Use safe.
psionic aptitude available.
The psychoscope was a breakthrough. Apart from neuromods, it's the most important tech on Talos 1. Use it to scan the Typhon organisms if you want to learn what makes them tick. You invented it, by the way.
So, we are playing on New Game Plus, which gives us several benefits. The first one being this shotgun. Where is it? Where is it? Yes. Okay, yes, we do get a unique shotgun called the Margrave, which is a New Game Plus item. So you start the game with this shotgun, which dramatically increases or dramatically makes the initial part of the playthrough easier even on a regular New Game Plus or New Game mode. I got that from pre-ordering the game, or I didn't actually pre-order it. I actually got the game on launch on Steam, and they just rolled a pre-order into my purchase. And that's just something I got from buying the game on day one, or close to day one. I also have all the neuromods that I unlocked playing the game in my previous runs. So I have all of these neuromods back. I have max leverage, I have all of the weapon boosts, I have all the suit boosts, all the security, all like the health increases. And I have, like, most of it, not all, but most of the game's psionic powers. I'm missing the last of each. No. Acquire Mind Jack since I'm able to. I think some of these are passive. Like, I think there is like, there's just a regeneration power. But that is really the big bonus of playing this game in New Game Plus, is having access to the full wheel of psionic powers. Because the psionic powers, as a result of us having these psionic powers, the turrets will treat us as aliens and try to kill us. But that is a negligible price to pay for getting the alien powers. Like, let me see if I go into inventory. I go to status. Yes, you see this. You have enough Typhon material in your system that turrets will consider you a threat. So, we just enjoyed being able to use the turrets to kill mimics. We still have that ability to enjoy that benefit. But we have to be more judicious about what we do to take advantage of it. And with the psychoscope that we unlock way before we're supposed to, basically we will never be afraid of mimics again because we can see them. See, the turret is now an enemy, but that's not a problem because we can hack the turrets And when you hack a turret...
Scanning target Typhon material inconclusive. Logging calibration request.
It will ignore us. It ignores us and allows... and we can still use it. So now that we have that turret hacked, this office is a safe place again. I understand why you don't like the hacking minigame. I think it's fine. As someone who has played a lot of bad hacking minigames from video games, from all of these types of video games, from Fallout to System Shock to whatever, this is a fine hacking minigame. And now we can... use the looking glass in our office to play our message.
Hello, Morgan. Tough day, right? If I'm talking to myself, it must be. Your memory's shot full of holes, I know. I'm sorry, but it's permanent. So the first thing you need to know is you can trust January. It's an operator, a sort of backup of you and me. It knows what you've forgotten. We've been testing a new kind of neuromod based on the Typhon organisms, mapping their neural patterns onto ours. Problem is, when you uninstall a neuromod, it resets your memory back to the moment you first put it in. That's why you forget. There's supposed to be a process that brings you back up to speed between test runs. But someone could just skip that part, turn a single day into your entire life. Well, that's exactly what Alex did. The question is, why? You're not going to like what I have to say next.
Uh-oh. Shit.
I thought I found every one of those damn videos. Sorry, but I can't let you listen to that. Not until I've had a chance to explain everything in person. For now, just... Damn it. I have to go. Just sit tight. Please.
Huh.
Sorry, Morgan. Alex cut us off from the Looking Glass servers. Time to improvise. I suggest you search Dr. Calvino's workshop in the hardware labs. He invented the Looking Glass technology. You might find a way to restore the server connections there. I'm looking for another way to help you in the meantime. Good luck.
Dr. Calvino's lab happens to be the same one we just saw blow up on our way in. But if you want to go through the Looking Glass, you can. No matching keycard. Bummer. I think we have super jump now that we have our powers back. I love that, like, it doesn't require you doing any training. You can just learn how to use your body better and you become, like, stronger and able to jump. Like, it's one of those things where you have to kind of, like, go with the game and just let it do its thing. Yeah, that's right, Arthur. This game is a really cool thing where it questions what it means to be you. And even the main character's name is kind of like a play on that, where it's more than you, or Morgan you, where if you say it quickly enough, it sounds like more than you. Where like by taking in this type of material, you can go beyond yourself. Alright, come here. Come here, my little pets. Let me choose... Psychoshock. Oh, no target. And because we have the advanced search abilities...
Good morning, Talos. As a reminder, all personnel must complete monthly physicals during their stay aboard Talos 1. Dr. DeVries promises to make them as quick and painless as possible.
And because we have the ability to... We have the necrosis ability, we can take mimic tumors out of them as well, which will give us more exotic material. Oh, hi there. And our wrench does more damage because our melee attacks are upgraded. I'll take this silenced pistol. Which will be a very useful weapon in this game. Let me also use this weapon upgrade on the Margrave. Give it more firepower, but... Yeah, let's just give it more firepower. So, thanks to me having beaten this game already a couple times, we are now in a significantly good position for the rest of the game. We'll be able to get to places we were not supposed to be able to get to much earlier than we normally would. And the psychoscope will make mimics like almost a non-issue. Someone went crazy with the glue gun. Which we will get into that in a second, but the glue gun is such an extraordinary tool for designers to give you access to. Not just for like breaking the geometry and getting into places you're not supposed to be able to get into, but it is a multi-purpose item that you can do miracles with if you know what you're doing. And the game will talk about that a little, like, as we progress. Like, there'll be audio logs of people, like, talking about how incredible the glue gun is. You have the ability to head to the trauma center. I think we have a quest here, too. Let me look at our quest logs. Yes, Zealous Bellamy's Corpse Trauma Center, so let's do that. Switch to this quest. Now, how do I put this up on my map? Set active. Cool. Did we make that in one of the labs? One of the coolest things, the coolest ways this game helps you understand what phantoms are, is by giving them the names of the people that they were transformed from. Did the game crash? Shit. And you cannot skip this, which is probably like one of my biggest pet peeves with this game is you can't skip through this part. So let's continue. And load the Talos 1 lobby and see where the autosave allowed us. Yeah, that is also a bad part of Dishonored 2. Dishonored as well is, Oh, this is not the worst autosave. This is fine, actually. Bellamy's tracking bracelet. Download area map. Alright. Get Bellamy's room key from his body. Here's another cool thing is, there's a little, like, we're not going to do it because it's something that, like, you do kind of, like, when you want to complete the game, but, like, 100%, but you can track down every single member of the crew of Talos 1. And the game actually, like, check marks on this console when you found one of the bodies or found one of the people. So if you want to, like, if you want to account for every single person in the story, you absolutely can. Oh, I don't have a Corbin corpse to turn into a phantom. Alright, now let's see if we can... Probably not going to be able to sneak on him, but we can probably... Oh no, his back is to us, so we could probably take him. Down you go. I do wonder where like that's a good question about the where Talos 1 is in relation to the moon and Earth. So you see all this scary, like, this heat is terrifying, but the glue gun is a magical tool that can plug these leaks without trouble. And extinguish fires. And that's good for us. And that is a medical operator, which we don't need right now. Another neuromod. All hail the glue gun indeed. Now... Now, he is mind-controlled. So if we go near him in that state, his head will explode and deal damage to us and kill him. But since we have alien in us, what we can do is equip our Mind Jack ability. You had to, we had to get a line of sight going first, but... And by mind-jacking him, we release him from the mind control that was affecting him, but more importantly, we also knock him out. 7, 3, 2, 4. And now we have the code for deliveries because of that. And that is a thing that we're going to need to know later, is that if someone is being mind controlled, we can save them by knocking them unconscious. I believe the disruptor gun also does that job for us. Literally shocking them out of it. And there's, like, in terms of the campaign, there's no real reason to enter this area now, except for the fact that it has a lot of really useful items that we want. Like these psi-hypos. And med kits. This is a good place to have as a place to go early in the game to get some early boosts.
System alert. Repairs needed. Please contact a qualified engineer.
Sure, we'll fix up this medical
All
operator.
systems operational. Thank you.
Pop star. And there is no power going to this computer. We're at full health, so we don't have a need for medical operator right now, but that is useful to have in your back pocket. You don't have the key card to the secure pharmaceuticals. I have, in fact, purposely destroyed, some of these operators for parts, Matthias. It is nice to have the spare parts sometimes.
Good morning, Talos. All personnel should report to their workstations for the day. If you expect to be absent for any reason, please inform your immediate supervisor.
Since we have some early items, we can recycle all this junk, turn it into usable material. See if we can craft anything. Oh yeah, the pre-order also comes with shotgun shell recipes. So you get a shotgun and the ability to create shells for it. And that makes the early game very, like, well, not very easy, but easier.
Target error. Insufficient Typhon material found. Standing down.
So with the remaining half an hour, we can start cleaning up here and get the final part of our kit, which is the jetpack. Suit chipsets. Oh yeah, we don't have. I guess we need to wait to unlock chipsets before we can put the suit chipset we got in. Yep, we got the golden shotgun known as the Margrave. And we need to go into the lab to hopefully figure out how to unlock and override Alex's hold on that video, which is our current objective. I love... So, another part of having... Now, I believe there's a temporary effect for 1 minute, which will allow us time. Alright, we have regen now. And these Q-beam cells are going to be useful. I forgot that one of the powers is literally just regeneration. Time to hack this keypad. You're going to see a lot of hacking minigame, just FYI, so be prepared for it. And we'll get that wrench. We can break it down for parts. It may seem like I'm just taking everything that's not nailed down to the tape to the ground, in which case, you'd be right. I am in fact doing that. We talked about this earlier, high of 75, but I think the hacking minigame in this game is fine. I don't think it's particularly great, but I've played many worse hacking minigames than that one. It's just kind of filler. It's not an incredibly difficult game, nor is it like particularly easy. It's fine. It is fine. Turret is my enemy. Where is Turret? There is Turret. Behind his locked door. And I did notice that mimic, but I'm not particularly concerned about it because I do have a psychoscope. I will say one of the things I kind of don't like about the psychoscope is that once you get it, the threat of the mimics just plummets. Almost instantly. Like, you spend, like, the whole early game scared that these creatures are going to hurt you. And then you get this one item, and the moment you do, you no longer have any fear whatsoever. Let's put more into our shotgun. You may be wondering why I'm ignoring the pistol, and we'll get to that later. But there is a reason. Unlock security door is what I want to do. And we can take this turret and deploy it and hack it. There we go. And now we have a friendly turret. Like I said, by default, the turrets will now try to kill us, but we have hacking, so we don't really have to worry about it too much. And here I am on the top floor. Alright, and hack you as well. Oh, I hit the wrong button. You're gonna see a lot of this, and I do apologize, but that's like just part of the game. Oh, right. Okay, let's switch to the wrench. As you can see with the upgrades to our physique, our ability to use our wrench has gone up dramatically compared to what it was like an hour ago. And although we are taking damage, we are basically repairing the damage quickly, and I believe that's an alien power, not a human power. I like this little glue snowman. This is adorable. My name is Mr. Gluey McGlueface. Yeah, I do think there's the human power to get more out of your food. And I actually think we're not supposed to be in this area until after we've we've gotten through it. I think we're actually kind of like doing a little bit of sequence breaking right now. 5925. And again, the
I think that's the director of the lab. I have the sense he admired you. Unfortunate.
the fact that these phantoms have names. Oh, and the fact that these things used to be people. It really does add a lot to the psychological factor of the horror in this game. This game is one of those ones where, like, if you play this game in the wrong mind space, you can be terrified. It's one of those 3-level hacks. Watch me fumble through it like an idiot. But to be honest, the higher level the hack, the easier it tends to be, because they have less room to put surprises. Anti-rad recipes. That's good. And the recycler charges are useful. But not for the reason you might think. They are also a very useful exploration tool, more than the combat tool. And I'll explain more when I get a good chance to. Yeah, that is the question that is terrifying, Matthias. Like, what is the state of something that's been turned into a phantom? Are they still in there? Are they even remotely like the human they used to be? And if so, then why are they attacking us?
Inconclusive. Logging calibration request.
Okay, so the hardware lab is locked, so we have to go in the other way. Oh, cool. Neuromod. I'll take that. I recall there being a mimic. Oh! Speaking of. Thanks for that. Oh, there's a phantom over here. Duck beer. I do like that drinking alcohol removes the fear status ailment from you. So if a mimic, like, if a Typhon psychologically screws you up, you can just drink alcohol and you're cured of it. He must have been having a party before he died. Clive Lawrence. Poor guy's a phantomite. At least now he is. Oh, I can't break this glass. But I can. I can come in here. Just patch that up. Extinguish that fire. Get an EMP charge. Which we don't need. At least not yet. Oh, whoops. Oh well. Now we could glue gun our way up there. I think I'm gonna try that. Oh yeah, super jump makes that easy, I suppose, too. And now, here we are.
A lot of the station tech starts here. Lab equipment, special parts requests, prototypes. We should be able to fix your looking glass terminal from Dr. Calvino's workshop.
Whoops, I wasted that. Null wave transmitter. Which suppresses sonic abilities. Also, you are right, Matthias. It is a really cool solution to the problem of how do you deal with an increasingly large radial. Just using this spiral here, it has the dual purpose of kind of leaning into the mentalism aspects of this game's story, while also being a really cool and really functional UI element. Like, that is both style and substance kind of melding into one. And it's always impressive to see that. Now you're probably wondering how the glue gun can suppress, like, how can it stop a fire. It's basically smothering it. Like, by putting glue on top of the fire, you are depriving it of oxygen and causing it to burn out. And with a little application of glue, this med kit can become safe to approach. And since 1 pip of glue gun ammo is pretty cheap, it's worth it to make that sacrifice. Although I guess since I'm regenning health, I don't know if I need med kits per se, but you know, they're good to have on hand. Now we have 2 solutions. Like right here, you can see that terminal will spew electricity. And no, I don't know why I did that. We can use a glue gun pip to stop the flow of electricity and then repair the junction. And now it will no longer shock us. They want to live inside us like a disease. That was uncomfortable to say that. See, and in case you haven't learned that you can platform with the glue gun yet, the game uses that to teach you. Oh, I felt the discomfort in my throat just there. I'll restore a psi hypo when I need it. Right now, die. This shotgun really does make a lot of the early game portions of this game pretty easy. Just not having to worry about combat. The part of it is also that we have so many powerful skills. I'm also going to transfer this wrench, since we only need one wrench. There's no reason to have duplicate wrenches. Or silenced pistols. We're just going to throw those in the recycler as well. I want to actually throw in this alcohol as 2. We only need 1 alcohol. And it's always worth it to break down things because the carrying capacity for these materials is pretty much infinite. So having like 18 of a material on hand is much more convenient than having the raw, like the individual components. So whenever you have the chance to break something down, it's better to do it. And here is probably one of my favorite weapons in the game. The Nerf gun. The Nerf crossbow. See, it launches foam darts which do 0 damage, which you might think makes it useless in combat. And you would be incorrect. And we will go into detail about why having a 0 damage item that you can reclaim the ammo from is not necessarily a bad thing. At some other point in the game. Because that is actually incredibly useful. And the foam darts also are physics objects, which will come in handy for other reasons later on as well. Like, it is a weapon that you can largely ignore, but you're a fool to do so. Glue gun. Let's listen to your audio log.
Robert? Alice, thank God. No one
No,
else.
that's not the audio log.
Hiding. I'm in the conference room. I can't.
Jesus! You're still in the lab?
I can't get out. What the hell is security?
I don't know what's happening, but Robert, you have to get out of there. Come to the elevators. Someone said we're evacuating. Robert?
Shh.
Dr. Thorstein?
Where are you?
Machine shop. I was just... I heard an explosion.
Forget that. Grab whatever you can and get to my office. We're evacuating.
What? What should I...
Neuromods, exotic material. Just hurry. Meet me in my office.
Yes, sir.
And bring a glue gun.
I think it is glitching out about that audio log, but that is the right one. We just played the right one, so hopefully by switching audio logs like that, we have fixed the issue. Let's just do one more dump of materials before we move on. And we'll dump the secondary glue gun. Still have 2 silenced pistols, so we will dump one into the recycler as well. And let's switch to the Margrave. We've only used a few rounds of this. I'm actually impressed.
Calvino probably has a key card. You can locate him, or what's left of him, with the security roster.
Because we have leverage. Actually, this is a good place to demonstrate. Normally, I would just lift these crates with my leverage, but if you don't have leverage, you can actually use the recycler charge to turn the boxes that are in your way into material. So even if you have a leverage 0, you don't have any in the leverage skill, you can still access these vents with a judicious application of a recycler charge. Which means they're not just useful weapons, and they are useful for turning Typhon into exotic material and not having to fight them directly. But the ability to convert objects that are in your way into scrap that you can pick up allows you to bypass some of the puzzles or some of the skill checks by just thinking a little more smartly about what you're doing. Now we're in the machine shop. Like, fixing that electrical tunnel and going through that are two different ways we can enter the same location. Which is where we need to go for story progress. Nice. Oh, here's another engineering operator. Oh, fuck off. Found me. And there was a mimic I saw. There you go. Oh, hi there. I didn't see it transform. I don't want the turret. I heard fuck you, though I think it said thank you, actually. Alright, I think that's it for the combat in this area. Let's just destroy you and get that over with. More neuromods. Oh, radiation. Oh, hi there. You're no threat to me. You're no threat to me. Well, we can't just let that go. I think I see a neuromod in that cage over here. Well, let's just leverage this out of the way. And pick it up. Weapon kit fabrication plan is very nice to have. Oh, these are side hypos. Still useful. Typhon lores. Oh, that's a clever trick. Using a leverage 1 object to push a leverage 2 object. Meaning you don't ever actually need leverage 2. That's a clever little trick. I like that. That's cool. Not really important since we have leverage 3 amongst all of our other powers, but that's really cool if you're trying to save yourself some mirror mods in the in your first run. I like it. Well, since we can just effectively jump up here and get these supply crates, we can save ourselves a little bit of a headache. Oh yeah, we need to go to the security station to find out what we need to come back here. I'm pretty sure we sprint faster now too. You weren't here before. Oh. Thanks, Turi. Thanks, Turi. I think we need to, who do we need to find again? Bellamy. This is Hardware Labs. Do I know his full name? Psychotronics. Okay. No, that's the side quest. Okay, that's the side quest. What am I doing for the main quest? Dr. Galvino. Dr. Lorenzo Calvino in Hardware Labs. There we go, Lorenzo Calvino. I'm gonna deactivate this quest for now, so we don't need Psychotronics for a while. But I'm gonna put Dr. Calvino up here. Yeah, we can just, we got platforming abilities now, so we can just jump.
That side of the lab was breached. Hard vacuum, no gravity. There's an exterior airlock in the machine shop you could use to reach him. You'll have to upgrade your suit with a propulsion system first.
Wow, that looks terrible. Poor guy. Need your key card, though. Which means we need to get a fabrication plan for propulsion system. And because we have super jump and a bunch of crates piled up here, we can just, oh, we have a spare, Nerf gun. I'm pretty sure it wasn't the explosion that killed him, but it was the suffocation afterwards. Get the files for the bolt caster and the ammo to use it. Another junk item transfer. I think that's everything for now. And recycle the shit. And using our fabrication plan, we will create a propulsion system. Wonder what's it. Okay, we can actually make a couple of weapon upgrade kits too. So let's upgrade this Margrave to max damage. I didn't know you could even get the weapon upgrade plan. I didn't know that was something you can just get. So I'm very happy to see it. And for suit chipsets. Oh, do we just have? Okay, we have the jetpack now. Perfect. So I'd love to keep going, but we are pretty much at time. So I'm going to save my game for now. Perfect. And when we continue next time in this run, and I'm going to talk to one of my friends who's in the chat right now, Matthias, and see if we might be able to do this earlier in the day. And if we do, I'd like to actually have him on as someone to talk to in person doing this. But if not, we'll see. We'll see. But I do next time we will go through the airlock and rescue Dr. Bellamy's keycard from his corpse. Until then, take care, and I will see you guys next time. But goodbye for now. Goodbye. Oh, before I leave, Black Lives Matter. All lives don't matter until Black Lives Matter. Wear a mask. Social distance. Wash your hands. And stay safe. Now goodbye.